Hello, Sir RocksAlot, and today I'm going to go through some of the rough that we went through the other day. I might clean this one up a little bit more and back it. Going to clean this one up a little bit more and back it. And these are all manageable pieces that I don't have to trim, and that may still show something. So I'll do those. I'll tell you, one of the pieces I did off camera, pretty ratty crappy. So we might end up backing that one to see if we can save it. And there we go. So that's pretty good. Alright, and that was one from the other day that I started and got that down. I've not finished it. That's just to the 280. So hopefully it'll turn out something similar to that. Anyway, it's a nice hot afternoon. And then I also have some of the blue, and we may try some of the blue. So that's the plan. Let's have a look at these pieces. These are the pieces someone in the household said I shouldn't cut. Oops, that's probably the best piece. Where'd it go? Here it is. Let's see if I can get it with my foot. Oh, I can hardly reach my feet. That's terrible. Okay, so let's do a few of these. Shame I can't get a picture while we're doing this live. Let's try a few little things. I don't want to do green screen. Hide the video. Nope. What does that do? No, I don't want to do that. Oh. Don't want to do that. Okay, how do we get rid of that? Okay. Hi there, not sure who's popped in. I was just fiddling around with some of the settings here. Not sure that my chat is working, but I'm hoping it is. Wow, everybody just jumped in. Hi, everybody. Just going to continue with some of the processing from last week. So I got some of the rough turquoise. This was one of the pieces we rubbed last week. And I'm just going to sort of process the point that I either back them or I completely cut them. And I'm just going to use these first three wheels, which are ranging from 80 to 280, I think. And then we also have some of the American stuff, the Mexican stuff, which is a really nice blue. And we might do a couple of those pieces. But yeah, thanks for popping in. Gonna get a little noisy. Gonna wear a mask today. And hope you're all having a great afternoon. Normally I'd be at work, but I took the day off, so why not do something I enjoy. Let's start off with this one. And see, I think we're going to end up backing down here. So let's get going. It's going to make some noise. And a mess. A little background. Beautiful color, and that's probably the side I might end up backing, but we'll see. Nice and dirty. Well, glad to hear that. This might be your uncle's. I don't know. This is a very old Genie. It's probably prior to Y2K, so it's got some years on it. And yeah, thanks for popping in. I do this when I'm not at work. Helps me get out of work. If it makes any sense. We all have our mental health things, and this works for me. I'm just trying to figure out what to do with this, whether we back it or not. I think we're going to end up backing it, but I'm going to roll this off. I have this chunk on the side here, which I don't like too much. Let's see, I'll take some of that off. See where that blue starts? Happy Thursday, everybody. A lot of us got a short week, but I made it even shorter and took the day off today. So I think what we can do, so this is pretty solid. This is probably one of the nicer pieces I'm going to cut. I'm just going to bring that in. Get a little bit closer, I guess. So actually it does start pretty early in the edge. And it starts right away on that edge. Thanks for the hearts. Any thumbs up would be really appreciated, even if you're just popping in. It helps me, and it helps push it out to a few other people at the same time. Oh, you see that? I don't know where it went, but that whole, what I like to call floret, just popped right out of there. I think I'm going to end up backing it. I'll round it off a little bit, but wow. Thank you. So I still have this little cave on the other side, and that's probably where I'm going to end up having to back it. Bring it in a little bit. I'd really like to see something pop up in this corner. I'm not sure it's going to. Oh, there you go. So the reason you back it, shoot. Okay. So, not as stabilized as I thought it was. And yeah, broken half. I'm going to clean this up a little, and I'm going to have to back it. Oops. But I'd rather have it, I'd rather have it happen on the first couple of wheels than me to go through 6 wheels, put it onto a ZAM wheel, and then have it break. Well, I'm glad it's a good memory. You know, we'll have funny memories. I had one the other day. I was in a thrift shop, but one of the dishes that my mother used to use was sitting there all by itself. But yeah, I had like this flashback in the middle of the store. So And for me and my family, a lot of it's to do with gardening and taking care of the old house we used to live in. But yeah, I'm really happy I could come back back again. You know, if you subscribe, it'll notify you, and I do lives maybe once or twice a week. I try to at least do one. So anytime you're feeling nostalgic, just pop in there. Okay, I'm going to stop on this one before I break it more, because it's actually turning out nice. Just stop. But I do need to back it. So I'll put a little probably JB Weld in there. Sorry about that. In there, but that top's turning out nice. So I should be able to get something pretty strong right in there. Alright, what else have we got? So that's a disaster, but not a complete disaster. There's 5 of these left. Let's see what this nodule does. Maybe I'm pressing too hard, not knowing the stability of these stones. And I know some of it's been stabilized because I can smell it. But something like this might have absolutely nothing in it. That's why we're here. So it shows something decent on the end. I just don't know how far back in that goes, so. Well, I appreciate that, thank you. Yeah, it's actually funny, so my wife will be listening, and sometimes I'll just be doing a replay, or even listening to another lapidarist online, and she'll think I'm in the shop cutting. I guess I could go out and play pool that way, couldn't I? I could just play a couple of lapidary videos and sneak out to go play pool. I don't have to sneak out. That's just a joke. Well, actually, if you're still there, I work on a few different types of stone. I started off with opal, so I have a fair amount of opal still to go. And then moved over to turquoise. But I use both of them because they're fairly soft and so it's fairly quick learning. Whereas if you're with an agate or a jade, you could be there a long time and you won't learn your mistakes quite as quick. Or find out what your touch is. Yeah, I'm gonna bring this in a lot. I've got to see something and I'm not seeing anything. I just see junk. Except for that end. It's a bit of a tease. Well, put that end in, I'm not getting anything. That end's there, and it looks like it only goes to there. So I'm going to bring this bottom in and see if there's anything hiding that way. So it's not only the noise of the machine that becomes aesthetic, I guess is the word, or almost like pleasing, but the smells as well. That's all right. I really appreciate you coming in at all. Like I said, I had to take the day off, so why not come in the shop and got a few things. Okay, this one's not being very productive. I'm going to bring this in. I don't really have any of my cabs out here to show you. Yeah, I'm not getting anything from this. It's a big tease. Big tease. Looks good on the end. And very shallow. Let me try another one. Alright. Maybe these don't have anything in. This one doesn't have anything in. We'll move over to the other rough. So, same thing. Could be empty. On the edge. Wow. Nice and dark. So it's trying to show me something there. So maybe that line goes around. Maybe. Sometimes you gotta dig for this stuff. This is not showing it to me at all. A little disappointing. Maybe my wife was right. You should pick it up. Honestly, I've only been doing it. I've only been doing it like 4 years, 5 years, 4 years. And it hasn't taken me much to pick it up. I actually am now better than I thought I was going to be. If I can do the little wiggle waggle like I'm doing right now. But yeah, there's a few things to learn. But with YouTube and other platforms, you can learn this stuff really quick. And then it's just a matter of getting out on a wheel. This is really odd. I don't know if that's keepable or not. Pretty ugly. Alright. Gonna do one more. Alright, this one I know I'm going to end up having to back, but we're going to take off some of the skin on the outside, and I'm going to start on the second wheel because I don't want to snap it. Hey, Assad. Where are you from, Assad? You see Usman, the only Usman I know is the UFC. Okay, I'm gonna take down what I think is gonna be the bottom. Flatten it out. Okay. It's got some color in it. I'm going to take off what I'm going to consider the top. Yeah, I got a mow too. I keep. Thanks for joining, by the way. I really appreciate it, and thanks for sharing. Yeah, I got to do the lawn too, but I keep persuading the family that I'm letting it grow so it can seed out and fill in a few patches. Okay. I gotta be careful here so I don't press too hard. Okay, this is looking much nicer. And get this off where it's presentable. This is much nicer than the first 2-3 pieces. Which I kind of knew was going to happen. I'll show you why in a second. And if you're out there looking at rough, this is something to consider. Hi, Jenny. And another Jenny. So I got Jenny. Oh, yeah, I got Jenny and Jen B. Jen B, I saw your little repair the other day. And you're getting down to those little teeny things, which I'm not the best with, but you did a great job. Okay, ready for a quick peek. So there's the back. I'm not having money. There is the back, but the surprise is actually, look at that. Excuse me. Come on. Really? Sorry, it's so blurry. There you go. You're welcome. Like I said, I wrote it in your comment. I think you are ready. I'm sure you do some projects. Well, thank you. I really appreciate it. And I'll put it up. I'll upload it. That's pretty nice. Okay. I'll go a little bit deeper. Have a great afternoon, Jen. Hi, everybody. Just going through, we're going through some rough. First few pieces, you haven't missed anything. But this one's working out pretty good. And yeah, if you ever see that in rough, this pattern on the side, gives you a fair idea of what the top's going to be. That speckling. I'm trying to dig this out a little bit more. A little bit of glue, I think, going on here. Hi, everybody. Hope you're having a great week. You're almost done. And if you're anything like me, it's when the estate sales start and get to do a few things that I enjoy doing. This happens to be one of them. That's pretty neat. Yeah. Go into this third wheel. Give it a bit of a shake. You see me, I'm actually cutting just below the center point, or the equator of this wheel. We thought of it as a sphere. And if you put the top of your stone up when you're underneath the equator, it'll give you a nice girdle of about 7 to 11 automatically. Now a lot of other cutters, I like to see the top when I'm cutting, but there are some old school cutters that like to actually go above the equator, and if you do that, to get that same angle, you have to turn it upside down. Okay, and now I've got to be careful because I can feel it here. And I'm sure some of you are ready to get this week over, as we already had a long weekend. So yeah, you can do it either way. I'm going to stop there, and we might end up back in this, not to change it, but keep some stability about it. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I tend to do live or 2 a week, mostly once. A couple of shorts, maybe a video. Cut turquoise, opal, slabs, agates, jaspers, and yeah, just come into the shop to get some peace of mind, really. Let's try one of these pieces of Mexican. Don't know where in Mexico, just Mexico. And I don't know if it's stabilized or not. And I don't know if I'm going to come up with any matrix in it or not, but we'll give it a try. It may just fall to pieces. So we'll start on the second wheel. Not bad. Go around the edge. Hit that bottom. Oh, well, color's fantastic. Now I just need to keep the stone together. It's really nice blues. You can see this. Let's see if I can get you closer. But one way of seeing if you've got holes on your back still is, so this still has a hole right here, a little cavern right where my finger is, and when you're on the wheel, it'll spit it out, kind of like the geysers below here. And then when it's gone, it'll stop spitting it out. Like that. So, see that spit? And it's almost gone. That means that the bottom's almost gone. Wow. Now I gotta think how to orient it. That's nice. Oops, sorry. I could cut that top off. I've got this little piece on the top. I think I'm gonna come through that. Can't save everything. I'm wrong. I'm going to have to cut this. But as you can see, I'm not going to go over to the saw right now. But as you can see, I'm going to get one out of this bottom here with this beautiful color. This got some really nice sort of water webbing in there, almost like Larimar. But the webbing's actually darker, whereas the webbing's normally a lighter white with the water web, so that's really neat. Okay, and I'm gonna chop that piece off. I'll do that another time. So that's a really nice piece. Very happy with that. Got another ugly one. Let's try another ugly one. Gonna get a little bit of a squeak. Okay, so this one, similar to this one. See the speckling on the edge? So that's why I pulled this one out actually. Where is it? This one has some speckling too. I just gotta find out how it goes through the stone. And seeing that it's up the top here, I might lose this part. I don't know. Almost like it goes at an angle, which would really suck. Alright, let's take some of it off and we'll figure this out. As you can tell, I'm from the south. So you definitely need to use water, especially when it's stabilized. It's one thing to get silicosis, but if you're using stabilized turquoise or any stone that has an epoxy in it, and then you breathe that in, now you're just breathing glue in to the bottom of your lungs, and that's not good either. I'm going to keep looking at this. Make sure I'm not taking the good stuff away. Okay, so we got a little peekaboo over here. And I got a little peekaboo over here. I'm going to go to the other side. Start taking, kind of wonky this stone. You see that bend in it? That's what I can do. I'm going to try and straighten out one side of it for the back. And if I can't, then I'll end up backing it. You don't want to see color yet. Still a funny shape. I'd love to know where you're all from. I'm actually an Englishman with a twang. Bit of a twang. Okay. Pretty flat. I haven't got through to any color. That's not flat. See up here, but how wonky that is. Come up a little bit. That's the back, and it's still too wonky. But I'm afraid I'll lose some of the pop if I go any further, so I might have to back it to take that wonky out, but I'm gonna go for the top for right now. Okay. Who knows, I might end up with 2 stones out of this, 1 or even none. Let's see. This one does not smell, so I'm wondering if it's natural. Come on. Starting to show. So I'm hoping this and this on each end is going to join up. That would be super nice. I have to do it without losing more of it. A lot of let's be brave here. That right there is not showing up top yet. It's not very thick. Come on. Can I show it to me? No. Material is much tougher than I thought. I don't know if there's anything in between. Exciting as there was. Now you're just watching me cut a lot of clay. And try to be patient. Okay. The little spots are coming. That's good. But I think I lost it up here. Maybe it's underneath there. I'm just not being patient. And not there. The little spots coming out better here. I've lost this corner over here, and I've still got this little piece here. I don't know if there's anything under this stuff. Gotta be a bit more. There's a little bit more in here. I just gotta find it. It's starting to come across. I'm about halfway. I just don't know if there's anything in here. There's a little bit. Now, this is like cutting opal, not turquoise. Opal, I'm used to trying to find that really thin bar. Not with this. That's okay. Good learning experience. He's trying. If you're still at work, tell the boss you're leaving early. Okay. I'll be very happy if I can just get this bit out. I'm not as concerned about this bit. So if I can get that out, I'll be pretty happy. I'm wondering if I just take that in all together. See if there's anything under there. Yeah, there's nothing under there, so I can bring that in. So, help me decide the shape. See, there's nothing on that edge. Sorry about that. We're going to go to the next wheel. Don't take off too much. Just do a little squeak. Here we go. Thank you all for coming in. Really appreciate it. I don't know if what you're up to, or getting dinner ready for the kids, picking the kids up, just waking up, taking lunch, having breakfast. Where I am, we are almost time to make dinner. Okay, so we know that's going to come off. I'm going to end up taking off that too. Let's see if there's anything under this dull spot over here. I think it actually rolls all the way to the other side. That's weird. I think that's what I'm going to call a bar. Actually went diagonally across the stone. It's odd. It's not odd, it's just hard and stuck. Yeah. So if I get this off here, I imagine what's on the top, what you see on the top there, rolls all the way around to the bottom, but that's going to be an odd shape to try and figure out. It might just end up being the top. I know what I'm dealing with. Shape it a bit better. Okay. So these little specks are now starting to come off over here. So that's it for there. I can't take that down anymore. Got the speckles under the side there. That's it on these 3 wheels for this piece. Not bad on that piece. Happy I pulled that much out of it. Not terrible. It's about, what do we got? 3, 4. Hey, Freeform, how you doing? Welcome in. Yeah, I mean, considering what I had to start with, that's pretty good. And we'll tidy it up a little bit. I might even back it and keep that. See how it's still curved, almost like a shell. Okay, not terrible. Very similar. That's fine. Okay, this little piece. And a little bit of floret and maybe some solid on it too. Alright, well, somebody got timed out. Thank you, YouTube. Don't know what was said. Maybe it wasn't that bad. But my hands are soaking wet, so I can't review it. This one we're probably going to have to back to fill in this hole. Yeah, it's concave. We might fill that up. But let's see if we can find something underneath this dome here. Move you over. Comes fit. Hey, Ellie. Welcome in. Glad you can make it. Working on that same turquoise from before. Some of it's turning out okay, and some of it, not so great. I mean, it's got beautiful color in it if I can get it out. You can see that going through. I just don't know if I can grab it from the top. Maybe. I do have a mask on if you see that dust. It's dusty because I'm being impatient. So I need to slow down. I need to slow down, and yet I'm on this wheel, which is 80 grit. Come on. Yeah, it's empty. Yep, just empty. I might get a little stone out of this top here. Let's see if I can do that. bring it in. There's more in here. I just can't find it. What is that? We're like 2 for 6 right now. It's not fantastic. One little extra spot. It's there, it doesn't want to come out. So this should meet here, but because of that concave, it might just break. Let's see. See if I can be gentle. This is not great. I have 3. So you can see where the line goes across. Maybe just pull that out. Not that impressed, I'm afraid. We'll do another piece. Surprised this hasn't broken in half yet. I'll show you why, hopefully, in a second. I'm gonna have to stop there. So I don't even know if I keep it. Can get something out of it maybe, but like, if you see the bottom, you can see the 2 spots in the middle kind of go through. Hey Yogi, how you doing? I was watching, well, I didn't watch you live, I did watch you live after your live, which was fun. Alright, we're going to move on to another piece. What do we got next? Did that one. That one was pretty nice. Let's see. Let's go big. Let's see what's in here. Flatten that bottom. And it looks pretty blue. So I'm going to go under the 80 right off the bat. Thank you all for coming in. I really appreciate you. So I'm not in the chat. Thank you, Yogi. I appreciate that. Yeah, that all helps, and it helps push out to other YouTube members. and other people that have similar tastes. Oh, we got this one. Okay. Flatten the bottom. Let's make a chunker. Put some more water in here. Whoa. Should change it out, which will change it out after today. There you go. The guys are like, thank you so much. So yeah, this works on an air pump. Air pump's over here. Just pushes water from the bottom, sucks it through the bottom of this, kicks it up onto the wheel, and that way I don't die too quickly from silicosis. I do have a mask on today. It also means I can push a little harder. Okay, that looks nice. So that's the bottom. I hope the tops is nice. I like that. Start from the edge. You see it just spit on me? Wow. Rude. Like baby puke to my arm right there. Excuse my language, but there, I did it again. Okay. Looking pretty good. So that's one side, another side, other side. Gonna bring this one in. Start taking off the top. And now, there's still gunk on this side. So it's going to come through. I think it's going to come through. Hello, there you go. Started coming through. I hope to get some more height on this corner. That'd be right there. Okay, so actually down. I like the back. I like the bottom. Problem is with the bottom, if I start, here we go. So we have the bottom. It's already angled in, and if I change it, which I could, it'll start doming into this area, which isn't terrible. So I still have that option. Let's take off this top. See what's hiding. I hope so, Ellie. This will make it 3 of 7. Yeah, well maybe 4 of 8. Let's see what we got. I'm hoping to keep the matrix in here. So right now I'm keeping this girdle really high. Come on. Okay. So actually what's nice is it's actually water webby in here. That's nice, with a little bit of the darker matrix. So I'm going to shape, round that up a little. And that off. Rounding it off a little. We can have a look. I can't believe that it comes in that far. We're going to keep going down. We're going to change wheel to the middle wheel. This is a 240. Come on. Are you telling me that's a hole? Looks like that's a giant hole of matrix. If that's the case, I may change it. I am going to. Okay, so I could leave it like that. Dang it. I can't tell if it's coming through here or not. Shoot. I am going to flip this stone. I think. Sorry, I'm trying to think if I can even flip it at this point. I have a little hole right here as well. Man. See, it's got this like hole right there, and see how deep it goes? And it's going to remain, so I could keep it like that, or I can flip it. And in flipping it, I have to re-angle it, and I might end up losing some of the tape. But I think that's what we're going to do. One last shot. Let's see how that goes. So do we leave that in like that? Up the top? And flip it. I'm gonna flip it. Gonna end up with a much smaller stone. I don't want to make this disappear. I'm gonna flip it. See how I'm losing? So that's going to be my top now. Bring that back. Down, all the way down. Sorry. Sometimes you just don't know. I did not know that was gonna be still there. Not terrible. Almost double-sided. Man. I think it's going to be double-sided, which is good. Alright. So I'm not talking much. And, now that looks great. And that's now the bottom. I like this side better. I got that, and I got to stop. And the edge. Doing about 45 degrees right now to bring in the dome. Same on this one. There we go. Okay, now we're looking better. And this appeared in the middle. Looks pretty cool, look. I don't even know what that is, it's not quartz. Move over. One over. Excuse the squeak. Hey everybody, afternoon, evening, morning. Hope you're having a good day wherever you are. This one was a bit of a thinker, but I think I found what I needed to find. It's actually pretty neat. This is now the back. If you look real close, it's got that white water webby going through it. I'm not sure what that is. Sort of very neat inclusion that goes through the middle there. It goes through there very slightly. But it's pretty neat. I'm going to have to take off some of the sharpness here, just so it can be set. And we're going to leave it alone. I'm going to come back to it on the other wheel. Put that back down. Very cool. Yeah, if you're in, you don't have to comment. I don't expect anybody to come in and comment. But if you could hit that like, that would really help me. It just pushes my lives out to more people. Maybe not this time, but the next time. And that would be much appreciated. I like to go watch people's lives, and I might be doing some work, or Might be cooking, might even be watching a movie. Alright, we're going to leave that. Very happy with that. That's pretty neat. Alright, do we do another one? I don't think I got any flat ones. This one, I don't know on this one. Let's see. Let's do one last one. Speckled, stabilized, a lot of matrixy looking stuff. Hi, my Captiva, Aaron. Thanks for popping in. We're having a so-so. It's about a 50-50 on good and bad. This one, I don't know. Could just turn out to be junk. So let's take the junk side first. I'm going to go over to the 80 grit wheel. Just hit it pretty hard. Ooh, dusty. Do wear a mask. It's weird. So some of this material is really, really good, and some of it's just this speckly stuff. So this is the similar stuff that we did earlier. Speckly. It isn't terrible. I'm not a huge fan of the matrix. I think a lot of it happens to be stabilized stuff. Yeah, these ones are nice. This one's turned out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that one. The other one we did a notch earlier. This little one. I'm going to have to back this one. So, keep going on this one. I kind of know what it's going to look like at this point now. See how far over that speckle goes. Okay. It's a semi-good sign. At least goes over the top a little bit. Yeah, I like the splotchy. Depends what's in between the splotchy. This is sort of a browny, rusty matrix. Come on, show me something good. Okay. Coming out a little bit. Keep going. Right. I've seen my edge. Actually better than I thought. Move over. Came across further than I thought. Take this around. Okay. not terrible. That's flat on the back. Good. A little bit more. I gotta be careful not to break it. Okay. It's even starting to show up on the back, which is great. And I should be able to shape this out a little bit. Not terrible. Let's move over one more. And we'll take a peek at one of the other pieces, and then I think we're going to call it quits. I know some are just getting out of work. Some are probably getting ready for dinner. Wow. Thank you all for coming in. I really appreciate it. Sir RocksAlot is the channel. I use slabs, cabs, opals, turquoise, agates. I don't get to do much actual rock pounding around here, so my rock pounding is done at estate sales, a lot of estate sales actually, and you get a lot of people that have been to Arizona and New Mexico and done digs up in Oregon and Washington, and while everybody else is looking for artwork and glassware and furniture and the tools, I run around collecting the rocks. So this is turning out really much better than I thought. Pretty cool. So we still have 3 wheels to go on this, so I'm not going to do them all right now. This is really just doing some investigating. And now I have an idea of 2 different types that I'm starting to see. So I got the splotchies. See that? And then these blues are coming out. And yeah, pretty nice. Oh, I forgot. I got a little piece in my pocket. Let's see. So this was a gluey piece. I forgot. I've been walking around with this in my pocket for like a week. Got epoxy all over this end here, and hey Stephen, how you doing? Doing really good, thank you. See, this is just a mess, but we'll see if we can make something out of it. Might just fall to pieces. Get all that glue off. If you're dealing with stabilized stones, definitely wear a mask. Oh, okay. Turned out nicer than I thought. And around the edge. Wow. Okay. the back. Bring it in just a little bit more. Yeah, if you just like listening to the machine, go ahead, subscribe. It'll give you notification. I'm just glad everybody could pop in, see what I'm doing. Looking at this one. Let me take the top off before I say anything. Yeah. Because I honestly thought this was going to be like the crappiest piece. And a big splodge of white epoxy or glue on the end of it, like a big piece. Now, take a little round. I'm working on rolling. Getting there. But rolling evenly. You get the height of the girdle the same all the way around. I still lose my nails a little bit, but not like I used to. Wow. Okie dokie. Do this. I might have to put this one on a dop stick. We'll do another time. How long have we been on here? Hour and a half? Wow. See, time flies when I'm on the machine. Bills go away, costs, things that need to be done go away. Even the heat outside goes away a little bit. Alright, so let me clean this up here. I wish all the turquoise was like this. I thought this was going to actually just fall to pieces. Because I'm getting thinner, I'm going to move on to that next wheel. Wow. Oh, I'm right in the middle anyway, so we're good. Can you see the back? That's the back. Still got a few little craters in there. Who's yelling at me? Squirrel? As I was saying earlier, I like to keep my stones up top, with the top up, and then go underneath this little equator right here. It gives my girdle at about, 7 to 11, something like that. And that just gives something to the silversmithing bezel to grab a hold of. Alright, almost ready for the last show. Wow. Very free-form shape. Just a little bit more. Back so it doesn't crack out. Okay, well this is 1,000 times better than I thought it was going to be. Okay, ready? So that is the back. Still got a little bit of a hole there. But man, look at that. That was totally unexpected. Still a little bit to come down. I still got 3 wheels to go. Girdle is not perfect. And we'll get it that way. Yeah, this one, Steve, actually turned out. I've been carrying this around in my pocket for like, I don't know, at least 3 days of the 7. And it's been on my side table. Like if I lost it, I wouldn't have cared. But I was completely wrong. Wow. That's really pretty. So, back this up a little bit. But yeah, not bad. Looks pretty good. So super happy. And yeah, we're right at an hour and a half. So thank you all for joining. Really appreciate you. Come back, see it again. I do put shorts out. Hope I have a little bit of a sense of humor to them. And I do put short videos out. So thank you all. I hope you're all looking forward to your weekend. And we will see you on the next one. So in the meantime, take care of each other. Most of all, take care of yourselves. Cheers now. You like that one, huh? It's pretty nice. All right. Thank you all. Be safe. Bye now.